from the eyes of the poet.
I think family for me, it just continues to transition, and what somebody's family means at one point in their life could mean something completely different like 5 years later. And so at least at this point in my life, now it means that I've got this Korean family and this American family, and now they're together now, versus before there was a definite, like, a wall between both of what those two things were. And so for like me growing up, it was my adoptive family, that was family technically. And then as I got older, like friends became family. What does it really mean? I started reevaluating like, what does family really mean? For the first time, now there's like this another extension of like what family means to me. I think that now that my families have met, it's taking that next stage with Kisong and all of them and deciding how far in that I want to go. My biological family has gone through the same family drama that like happens to all families, but for me it's thinking about it in a way that like, do I want to take on that family, like should I emotionally take that on? Is that baggage that I want to invest in? I can listen to my brother, but like if I'm not emotionally taking it on, like what kind of relationship is that? Is he more than a friend now? Is he like, should I feel related to him? Like I've got no idea. Like I want to learn more about our history, but deciding how far in that I want to go.
I was in the subway like the other day and this woman came up and she asked for directions. And then I was just like...
she asked you for
Yeah,
directions?
like she asked me for directions and I was just like, I don't know, like you're panicking. And then she just walked away like doing this like that. And
shame.
I was like, yeah, like it's just so many things that happen, you just don't know how to act and they're just like, what's wrong with you? Like,
and we don't know anything,
yeah.
We don't know any Korean.
I can see the palace.
Oh,
like,
you can? Oh yeah,
yeah,
it
it's
is.
over there.
Do you have any Asian friends where you're from in Scotland?
I mean, there's kind of like a shopkeeper, like in the Asian supermarket, kind of takes a bit of pity on me.
That's
so,
the only Asian
yeah, like he
you
tries,
know.
like he takes pity on me. He's like 55 or something, and
my
he just takes pity on me and like
God.
talks to me because he knows that I don't know anyone that's like Asian. So like he actually helped me like pick out like foods and stuff to try. Like,
That's crazy. So you're excited to try on a hanbok?
yeah, I don't really know what to like expect though. Like
I
I'm
know.
slightly like worried that I'm gonna like end up in something like really like pink and just like frilly. Like
Is that not your aesthetic?
no, like.
Pink? Alright girl, are you ready to palace the shit out of these hanboks?
Now that I've reconnected with my birth mother, I feel like there's like a hope for that I will maybe come to terms with myself and my Korean heritage a lot more, that there's like this person that all comes back to her. And I've got the chance to meet her, and I've got the chance to hopefully keep in contact and see her again, and I think that will help me reconnect properly, in a way that's just not doing tourist stuff and that's not just walking around, but that actually will make me feel like I belong more than I have felt. I got more of the story behind how I was named. She chose the most beautiful name that she knew. In those short minutes she could hold me, she decided that this is the name I want to give my daughter before I send her away. I think that just made me kind of realise that I want to take that name back, because it means so much more to me now. Sorry.
It's okay. No.
It's been a long day.
Yeah.
So I want to kind of keep in touch and try and build a proper relationship with my birth mother, but it's going to have to be in secret because she got married after she had me. And in Korean culture, I think, is quite conservative, so the fact that I was born outside of wedlock and with another man, she hasn't told her husband that I exist, as well as her parents doesn't know that I exist. So my mother didn't even dare to take photographs of us in her own phone. She had her friend take them and then email them to her, but she'd keep them in like a secret email account, I'm guessing. But she was really keen to do that, so I'm hoping that will stay that way even when I leave Korea. I think we've got a good chance. I'm going to try and come back as soon as possible to see her again, to just try and keep establishing this as like a future and solid thing. So I've got a lot of hope that will happen.
When I walk through a new place like Seoul, I look for tangible things that are going to help trigger memories for me of this experience. I look for like different sites or different signs of living, and I take pictures of it to help kind of trigger those memories so that I don't forget. So initially I thought I would be focusing on Korean beauty and skincare products because I was really interested in like the packaging. And then I also got this stuff, which is like a volcanic clay mask that's good for your pores. So a lot of, I think for me, looking around and trying to get kind of like the visual language and the design language of Seoul also equates this idea of like taking sort of like volcanic clay out of the context of that and putting it into like this cute little bottle and this little packaging and being like, have this for your face. My artwork is an expression of the adoptee experience in a weird way. It's taking one thing and putting it into a context that isn't sort of native to it. So taking a small Korean child and putting them in the suburbs of Boston isn't necessarily like their natural habitat, and then kind of seeing what comes from it, what kind of meaning comes from it. Yeah, that's what my art is.
So this place called Eastern Babies Home. So we have 3 babies room, one here, over there here, and here. So we have 3 babies room, and in this side babies room for weakness baby who need more intensive care.
So this side.
This side and over there room.
When I was born, did I stay here for a little bit before I went to a foster home? Maybe.
Yeah, some babies home too. 어떡하니?
So much
맛있어?
hair. It's so cute.
Yeah, hairy. Hairy and fussy.
Yeah. It's a good style.
뭐일까?
Hi. Yummy. Being in the baby room and being able to hold one, it was a mix, because I was really happy and really excited because I think babies are cute. It was just really nice to be able to give them some form of love. But it also kind of was sad because I knew that I would never be able to adopt a baby like I'd wanted to from Korea. just because of the different laws and regulations they have. They don't allow single mothers, and then they don't allow same-sex couples to adopt. And so just to know that that's never going to be an option for me kind of made that moment more special, because in my head I was like, okay, I have to put this baby down. I have to put this baby down, otherwise I'm just going to want to walk off with her.
Hey. Yeah.
To have that moment was great, and it kind of made me think of, well, for the time that I was here, how many people held me, or did I just kind of stay in the cribs that they have? You know, what room was I in? Was I held often? Did volunteers come and help out like they do now?
Whoa, where are you going? Where are you going? You want to be a superstar?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Holding that, you know, one little girl and kind of thinking, you know, so many, you know, 28 years ago, was this me? Like, was I being held by somebody else? Kind of made it more real.
All right, you. I'm gonna put you down, because if I don't, I'm not gonna want to give you back. And I gotta give you back. Thank you very, very much for that. You need.
What I'm hoping to leave Korea with this time around is, I think, just extra inspiration for my life.
I think that's probably the feeling that I'll get to take away from being here. There's a space where I fit. I don't think I was able to really name it in that way until this conversation, and that's been really just kind of mind-blowing, I guess.
My biggest takeaway is probably going to be more acceptance about myself. Probably something I didn't really know I was looking for when I came. It just changed. Like, the trip changed as soon as I came to Korea. I realised that it was much more than I thought it was going to be.
I think my biggest takeaway from the trip is that I need to learn Korean. Not just to communicate here, not even because of like the expectation of how I look, but I like the idea of having that language to share with any kids that I might have.
My biggest takeaway from the trip is there's still work to do inside myself regarding kind of my adoption, but I think this was a really great push in reconnecting with my Korean identity.
I think now that I'm 31, I'm at a different place that I was when I last came here, when I was 27. I'm at a different stage, and I'm kind of feeling a little bit more stagnant, or I'm trying to figure out what that next stage of my life is. So I just need some more inspiration, and I think that Seoul's a good place to do that.
Korea's not this strange land. It's a cool place, but it's any place. But it's my place at the same time. When I was walking in the streets, and I realised that no one's staring at me. No one's looking at me like I'm wrong. Like, it's still fine to be me.
Realizing that maybe this was less about my birth family and more about me and that journey. I think that sense of completeness, that there is somewhere that I feel like I belong, that is probably what will be the most important takeaway.
I'm walking away from this experience with a better understanding of the city, getting that side of the city that's specific, that's like curated for me.
Pride in being Korean, and pride in being, you know, adopted, that it is something that should be celebrated. Regardless of the situation of, you know, my adopted family and everything, I was given the ultimate sacrifice. It was the ultimate sacrifice by my birth mother, because she didn't know what kind of family I would get adopted into, but just her taking that risk of wanting me to have a better life.
This trip is all coming full circle for me. There's so many different elements of my life, the family thing, the documentary, my music, that all came and stemmed from that first trip that we took to Korea. And this time we're seeing the full results of all of those things. Mom's meeting, being able to show the documentary, and working on this new album. So it's incredible to see how much has changed, but how much things are related to one another.
Bounce everybody just to show you're alive. And when we say hands up, put them up to the sky. We say bounce everybody just to show you're alive. And when we say hands up, put them up to the sky. So hands up, let the feelings erupt. And when they tell you settle down, tell them you've had enough.
Adoption means a very specific and extraordinary existence. And I don't think a whole lot of other people can claim that.
Sometimes I break down, sometimes I wither from the wind, piercing through my skin, in and out my soul. And then I realize that all I've ever learned to love is something I can never truly understand. You're just like a mystery, tell me what's underneath. I just want to figure like the shape of your silhouette. My curiosity is slowly hitting me. Just want a reason why I'm in the dark. Do you ever feel what I feel? Do you ever see what I see? I don't believe in fairy tales, I don't believe in change, I don't believe in love, but I believe in you, I believe this is real, I believe things will never be the same. A closer look at, so intriguing with the way you watch yourself. I just wanna know your sides. And when you turn to me, that face of vulnerability is the look I can never truly understand. You're just like a mystery, tell me what's underneath. I just wanna figure like the curves of your physique. My curiosity is slowly hitting me. Just want a reason why I'm in the dark. Do you ever feel what I feel? Do you ever see what I see? I don't believe in fairy tales, I don't believe in change, I don't believe in love, but I believe in you, I believe this is real, I believe things will never be the same. I don't believe in love.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.